Couple of clips from that. Talking about, here's one that discusses the multiple shots.
There was also shooting going on inside of the Mandalay Bay.
It sounded like more than one machine gun, and it just didn't stop.
We heard gunshots from around the corner. We were in the Delano, right next to a walkway that connects the Mandalay Bay at the Delano.
Multiple shots fired.
We were on the furthest VIP stages away from Mandalay Bay, and they were ricocheting everywhere where we were. So it was they were firing from somewhere high, and they were unloading clip after clip after clip after clip.
There's a shooter, you believe?
Multiple shooters. It has to be.
But it flew low enough that I could see that there was a black curtain, the door was open, and the color of the instrument panel. It flew right over our heads. As soon as it got in front of...
Okay, so, I mean, they were talking about the helicopters as well a little bit there, but that's interesting because they never followed up on that. I suppose they tried to pass off what these people heard, what these witnesses testified to, as echoes, right? Isn't that what they said? It was, you're just hearing the echo.
I mean, they can say that, but it doesn't change the fact you had 3 helicopters that weren't supposed to be there with their transponders off, and 911 calls saying that they're getting shots out of them. Yeah. And remember, it's coming from someplace high, and it can't be that second window they can't find. So there you go.
Here's your clip talking about the helicopters.
On the airport, this is a blanket broadcast for all aircraft. Just a heads up.
Hey, yes, we need police. This is Sid Flamingo. We just got a call right now saying shots fired in the back parking lot, employee parking lot area. No, just so you know, when we had got before the shots fired, we did have a guest who brought a gun to officers out near Valet. So it was a gun found also near the Valet entrance.
Huh. Interesting.
I mean, that
just went away.
That gun stuff is fascinating because you have report after report of gun found in a casino bathroom, gun found out on the street. I mean, there's not a chance that, let's give them Stephen Paddock was shooting from his window. That does not account for these guns found all over the place.
And all the 911 calls that were testifying to that. Yeah. That were, showing that there's validity to that.
Yeah, and if you follow the 911 calls, you can tell that the person with the gun or multiple people is traveling further and further away from the airport, all the way down to Bellagio, which isn't even close. And what it looks like is you're finding bullets in a bathroom, and you're finding guns tossed everywhere. It's like they changed clothes to hide who they were. Why don't we get the video from the casino? Who went into that bathroom where they found a bullet? Why?
It's a good question because, like you said, there is video surveillance in the casino.
Yeah. Everywhere.
I mean, the city itself is
walk in that town and not have it picked up by a microphone.
And
if you walk, and I have friends that get banned from casinos. They walk in, they recognize their faces from whatever spook technology they got, and then they go and they kick them out. I know I might have been kicked out once because I went in a different door. I thought I was being smart. They found me like that. But they couldn't do anything that night about all these gunmen. No, not actual crime.
I remember. I remember a witness on your documentary who spoke of suspicious activity. I forgot which hotel. I want to say Tropicana. I'm not positive. On the rooftop. So while the shooting is happening from Mandalay Bay, he sees, I feel like it was 2 individuals. Am I right? That he saw on the rooftop?
Like it,
yeah. I mean,
and we only know about it because it's a traffic cam. That person sent it in. The only evidence we have for this thing are individual people and citizens, not casinos, certainly not the police unless we had a suit for it.
That is incredible.
Yes, it is. With your documentary, I got the impression that obviously today we're getting the impression that it's the government and the spooks that did this. But I got the impression in the documentary that it was possible, maybe it was just me, that something else was going on. It wasn't this
foreign entity.
It wasn't the end of the Second Amendment. It was another crime taking place. Not the foreign entity, but another crime taking place that was being covered up with this. And that's because that's how we were getting all the 911 calls around the city in different areas because those calls were where the actual crimes were taking place. Did I read that wrong?
There's another conspiracy. Now, here's the thing. This is the government. They often have multiple angles on anything. Look at 9/11. They hid the jillion dollars the Pentagon lost the day before. They pushed through the Patriot Act, and then they started a very lucrative war over imaginary weapons of mass destruction. You know, the buildings falling down, Israeli art students that just happened to have access and just happened to be filming and laughing and just happened to be found with a van full of explosives and that we handed back to Israel with the bow. The government often has multiple angles, and a possible multiple angle was before this new Saudi regime, there was an old one, and they were trying to take them out. And maybe, but that's not my problem. I care about dead Americans, and also that's the worst assassination attempt I ever heard in my life. And yes, the Saudis own like the upper floors or whatever. I don't care. If that was their plan, they failed. I care about the plan that happened. And that's what I just have to remind people. They always have multiple angles for these things. They're going to do a false flag like this. They're going to get everything they can from it. Just like they got money. Remember, these people made a lot of money short selling and selling stock right before it happened. And then, you know, a lot of money afterwards trying to sell security stuff. But no one wanted to go through TSA security to go to their hotel room and eat at a restaurant. So that died in the water. But they tried that too.
They would not do that. Yeah.
Mindy, have you had the opportunity to talk to any family members about what went on? Are they satisfied with the explanation, or are they doing any pushback against this?
Like I said, I was worried I was going to upset them and kind of re-traumatize them, but they're all actually happy. People are it's getting addressed and being talked on because they never got answers. And there's also that GoFundMe money that makes no sense. That, you know, Lombardo, when he was doing the debates for governor, he's like, oh, all the information, because we can't find proof of what he did with it. It looks like it was squandered. And I just want to see where it went. He's like, it's on my website. I go look, it's not there. So, you know what? Whatever. Whatever.